Thus, increased representation of women is not a luxury, but a necessity for sustainable national development and stability. Around the world, and particularly in Africa, we see encouraging examples of gender inclusion. Rwanda, with over 60% women representation in its parliament, has shown us that robust, intentional policies work. South Africa, Namibia, and Senegal all have taken significant strides towards inclusivity, reshaping their political landscapes in ways Nigeria can learn from. These countries have demonstrated the profound impact of women's perspective in governance and development. For Nigeria, the current numbers are disheartening. Since 1999, women's representation in our National Assembly has remained disappointingly very low. Despite notable contributions from Nigerian women across various sectors, only 20 of the 469 seats in our National Assembly are today occupied by women. This stark gap speaks not of a lack of capable women, but of institutional barriers we must all work to dismantle.
As we engage in this international legislative dialogue on women and constitution amendment, let us remember the pivotal role women play in shaping our society and the future for Envision for Nigeria. The renewed hope agenda of the Tinubu administration recognizes this truth, dedicating itself to the empowerment and inclusion of women. We believe that the progress of our nation hinges on the active participation of all its citizens, especially women. The 10th Senate has made significant strides in supporting women's empowerment. We have passed legislation aimed at combating gender-based violence, ensuring that women can live free from fear and oppression. We have taken steps to increase women representation in decision-making bodies, including introduction of gender quotas in political party nominations. I think we need to be appreciated.
I'm honored to lead the House Committee on Constitution Review, where we have proposed bills aimed at correcting the gender imbalance within government at all levels. One such critical bill, a bill for an act to alter the provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 to provide for a seat reservation for women in the National and State Houses of Assembly, HB 1349, alongside other 4 gender justice bills, are under consideration. This proposed legislation is designed to remedy the low representation of women by creating additional seats, specifically for female candidates in national and state legislature.
There is a strong evidence all around the world that as more women are elected to office, there is an increase in policy making that emphasizes quality of life and reflects the priorities of families, of youth, of marginalized groups for a more effective social, financial, and political inclusion. In this context, the ongoing, and somebody could say historical, constitutional reform process presents a singular opportunity to leverage political inclusion by adopting an inclusive legal framework that promotes equal participation of all Nigerians, regardless of gender, ethnicity, age, and disability status. Also, very important issues when we're discussing constitutional reform.
Women's inclusion in leadership challenges cultural norms and promotes gender equality, sending the message to society that leadership is not limited by gender. Women in political roles serve as role models, inspiring more Nigerian women and girls and young women to pursue education, leadership, civic education, and many more. And I'm a testament of that, being inspired by many women growing up in the ghettos of Accra.
While some gains were recorded in women representation in states' House of Assembly membership during the last election cycle, particularly in states like Kwara, where we had 5, and I think Ekiti had 6. This was, however, not the case at the current 10th National Assembly, as only 4 women were voted into the Senate out of the 109 total members, while the House of Representatives has only 16 women out of a total of 360 members. This development, you will agree with me, gives credence to the propriety of today's gathering, as it affords us the opportunity to discuss prevalent challenges hindering legislative actions and enhance awareness on the importance of temporary special measures, such as legislated gender quotas, reserved seats, and political party quotas, as gender-responsive approaches to enhancing political inclusion and participation of women in the country. Further to this, the session will also afford us the avenue to share lessons learned and develop critical advocacy paradigms for required actionable affirmative initiatives on further constitution amendments proposals dealing with women.